Welcome inside the legendary Chivas Regal 18 factory. Here, Scotland's finest whiskey, all thanks to world-class craftsmanship. Deep in Scotland, one of the world's most famous whiskies begins its journey. Every bottle of Chivas Regal
Premium Scottish barley is the foundation of this luxurious whiskey. Every shipment is carefully inspected before production.
The barley is thoroughly cleaned to remove impurities. Only the highest quality grains continue to the next stage. The grains are soaked in water to awaken natural enzymes. This begins the malting process. The soaked barley begins to germinate. Natural enzymes develop inside every grain.
Special drums keep the barley evenly germinating. This ensures consistent enzyme development. The germination process is stopped by drying the malt. The barley is now ready for milling. The finished malt is stored before grinding. Each grain now contains fermentable sugars.
The malt is milled into a coarse flour called grist. This prepares the grain for sugar extraction. The grist is transferred into large mash tuns. Hot water will now release the sugars. Hot water dissolves the sugars trapped inside the grain. The sweet liquid is called wort. The sweet wort is separated from the spent grain. It becomes the foundation of the whiskey. The wort must be cooled before yeast is added. Temperature control is essential. The cooled wort is pumped into fermentation tanks. These giant vessels are called washbacks. Yeast transforms sugar into alcohol and flavor compounds. This is where whiskey truly comes alive.
Fermentation creates alcohol and hundreds of aromas. The liquid now becomes known as wash.
The fermented wash is now ready for distillation. Next comes the magic of copper stills. The wash enters traditional copper pot stills. Heat will separate alcohol from water. The first distillation begins inside the massive copper wash still. Gentle heating starts separating alcohol from the fermented liquid. As the wash heats, alcohol evaporates before water. The vapors rise through the long copper neck. The hot vapors are cooled inside the condenser. They transform back into liquid alcohol. The first distillation produces a liquid known as low wines. It contains concentrated alcohol and flavor compounds.
Several stills work together to create enough spirit for production. The collected low wines are prepared for a second distillation.
The low wines are now transferred for their second distillation. This stage will refine the spirit even further. The spirit still is charged with low wines for the final distillation. Here, the future character of the whiskey begins to emerge. The second distillation begins inside the spirit still. This stage refines the alcohol and concentrates its flavors. As the spirit heats, alcohol-rich vapors rise once again. The shape of the still helps define the whiskey's character. The alcohol vapors are cooled back into liquid form. This clear liquid is known as distilled spirit. The distilled spirit passes through a secure spirit safe. Distillers carefully monitor every drop. The first liquid collected is called the foreshots, or heads. It contains undesirable compounds and is separated. Distillers wait for the perfect moment to make the spirit cut. Timing is critical for quality.
Only the finest portion of the spirit is collected. This prized middle section is called the heart cut.
The heart cut becomes the future whiskey. It carries the smooth and fruity character desired by the distillery. Each batch of spirit is carefully tested for consistency. Quality control ensures the signature Chivas character. As the alcohol strength falls, the remaining liquid is separated. The distillation is complete, and the new make spirit is ready for maturation. The new make spirit is collected and prepared for maturation. Every batch is carefully measured before entering oak casks.
Pure water is added to achieve the ideal cask filling strength. This ensures proper maturation inside the barrels.
Many Chivas whiskeys mature in former bourbon barrels. Each cask is carefully inspected before use. The inside of every barrel is examined for quality. The charred oak will help create rich flavors during aging. Sherry casks contribute dried fruit and spice notes. Different casks create the complexity of Chivas Regal 18. The fresh spirit is pumped into carefully selected oak barrels. This is the beginning of its long transformation. Different cask types are filled for future blending. Each barrel will develop its own unique character. Each cask is tightly sealed to protect the spirit. The years of maturation can now begin. Every cask receives a unique identification code. This allows each barrel to be tracked for decades. The filled casks enter the quiet warehouses where time becomes an ingredient. Here, Chivas Regal 18 will slowly mature. The newly filled casks now begin their long period of maturation. Inside these warehouses, the spirit penetrates deep into the oak staves. It begins extracting flavors and natural color from the wood. Seasonal temperature changes cause the spirit to expand and contract. This natural movement accelerates flavor development. The oak gives the spirit its beautiful amber color. Complex flavors begin developing year after year.
A small portion of the whiskey evaporates every year. This natural loss is known as the angel's share. Samples are periodically taken from selected barrels. Experts monitor how the whiskey is developing.
Alcohol levels and flavor profiles are carefully tracked. Each cask matures at its own pace.
Years pass quietly inside the maturation warehouse. Patience is one of the most important ingredients in Scotch whisky. For Chivas Regal 18, every whiskey in the blend must mature for at least 18 years. Time creates exceptional depth and smoothness. After nearly 2 decades, selected casks are ready for evaluation. The next step is the art of blending. After 18 years, the mature casks are finally ready for evaluation. The master blender begins selecting exceptional whiskies. The aged whiskey now displays its rich amber color. Every cask has developed its own unique personality. Aroma evaluation reveals notes developed during long maturation. The blender searches for balance and complexity.
Dozens of casks are compared side by side. Only the finest whiskies will become part of the final blend.
The whiskies are also evaluated for taste and mouthfeel. Richness, smoothness, and balance are essential. Chivas Regal 18,
Rich, complex, and velvety smooth, with hints of dried fruits, buttery toffee, and dark chocolate.
Thank you for watching our journey inside the Chivas Regal 1818 factory and discovering how premium Scotch whisky is made.